Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Throw my finger.
Pull my finger. I'll give you the finger.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about Fingos. Now I'm sure many of you are too young to remember these, and some of you who are my age probably forgot they even existed. So let's dedicate this brief video to talk about this short-lived cereal. So Fingos were introduced by General Mills back in 1993. They came in these abnormal cereal boxes that were thinner and taller than normal cereal boxes, and that's because they were made for snacking. These boxes made it easy to reach in and grab a handful of Fingos. And in case you can't tell by the name, that was the entire gimmick of this cereal. The cereal made to eat with your fingers. Now you might be saying to yourself, wait, Gabe, can't you eat any cereal with your fingers? Yes, you absolutely can. And that's perhaps why this failed cereal only lasted about a year before it was discontinued. But it wasn't from a lack of trying on General Mills' part. Supposedly, they launched this cereal with a $34 million marketing campaign. They must have really believed in it. Here's the commercial they made to kick off this bizarre cereal brand.
Introducing me, Fingos, the wholesome new cereal made to eat with your fingers. How wholesome am I? Read my hips. I'm low in fat and so nutritious. So bye-bye bowl, so long spoon. Now, all you need to enjoy cereal anytime you want are these. Hey, am I good or what?
New Fingos, the wholesome cereal made to eat with your fingers in cinnamon and honey toasted oats.
Now, I don't know if that talking box mascot had a name, but he was definitely a bit annoying, don't you think? Let's be honest though, even if they created an amazing, memorable mascot, this cereal was still doomed to fail. So as you can see in the commercial, the cereal came in two flavors, the cinnamon version and a honey toasted oat version. And since I don't have an unopened box of this cereal, we're just gonna have to take a closer look at the box to see what the cereal looked like. You can see they resembled small curled chips with little grooves on them. The honey toasted oat version had a smattering of oats stuck to the pieces. It's funny because if you look at the net weight of both these boxes, the honey toasted oat box weighs 9 ounces versus the 8.25 ounces of the cinnamon one. I bet that extra weight is the oats on each piece of Fingos cereal. Let's take a closer look at one of these boxes. First, let's check out the side of the box. Now, it was billed as a low-fat cereal because I guess that was the health craze at the time. I don't know, but you can see them comparing the grams of fat in a serving of Fingos versus whole wheat crackers, bran muffins, multigrain chips, potato chips, and peanuts. Now here on the back of the box, you can see it's super boring with just an explanation of the cereal and how healthy they claim it was for you and how convenient it was to eat anytime, anywhere. As if you can't just eat other cereals by the handful as well. The concept was just flawed from the jump. And that's not to say that this cereal was bad, because it wasn't. I especially like the cinnamon version. It was like eating sweetened, crunchy cinnamon chips. I think the mistake came in marketing these as a cereal instead of just selling them as flavored multigrain chips. Now, in addition to the cinnamon box and the honey toasted oat box, they also sold a variety pack called Fingos Singles. This was just a box of Fingos that came with 6 small snack pouches, 3 cinnamon and 3 honey toasted oat. And as I mentioned, General Mills went all out on the marketing campaign for this cereal. They offered t-shirts and aprons and plenty of coupons and newspapers. But at the end of the day, Americans just didn't latch on to the idea. And really, can you blame them? If I want a small snack portion of cereal to eat dry, well, I'll just buy a General Mills or Kellogg's variety pack with the little boxes or pouches. In fact, I give these out during Halloween instead of candy. Who doesn't want a small pack of Lucky Charms? But apparently, cereal companies just won't stop trying to market their cereal as a dry finger food. Just recently, Kellogg's announced Jumbo Snax, their attempt to recreate the magic of Fingos. These Jumbo Snax are just larger versions of some of Kellogg's classic cereals. They come in 4 flavors: Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, Tiger Paws, and Corn Pops Caramel Crunch. Now, I got some of the individual snack pouches and I tried them all or gave them away to friends already, but thankfully I still have some of the larger pouches of each of the cereals except for Corn Pops Caramel Crunch, so we can open them up and give them a try. Let's start with Apple Jacks here. So as you can see, it's just giant Apple Jack pieces, although they left out the green pieces, so it's really like the original Apple Jacks before they added those green pieces. So there's one of the Jumbo Snax Apple Jack pieces. I'm not sure if you can really tell how big the piece is, but it's bigger than normal Apple Jacks. And of course, it tastes just like Apple Jacks. Nothing really special, unique, or interesting about this one. Next up is the Fruit Loops version of Jumbo Snax. And again, there you go, just larger jumbo-sized pieces of Fruit Loop cereal. There's a green and purple piece, not sure if you can see how big those are, but they're bigger than normal Fruit Loops. And again, they taste just like Fruit Loops. Each color Fruit Loops tastes exactly the same, just like the normal cereal. And then instead of making giant flakes, because that wouldn't work, they made these Frosted Flakes Tiger Paws instead. So there's what a bag of Tiger Paws look like. I guess this is technically a new product since they don't really have a cereal that looks like this yet. There you can see one of the size of these Tony Tiger Paws. And I guess they're supposed to taste like Frosted Flakes, but they don't really taste like Frosted Flakes to me. Maybe it's the fact that they're puffed up corn pieces and not flakes that kind of messes with my taste buds. But I definitely like Frosted Flakes better than those. And then they have the Corn Pops Caramel Crunch version, but I don't have any packs of those left. I gave them all away. Those weren't like traditional corn pops here in the US. They're more like the Canadian version, just the crunchy corn puffs. And the caramel flavor, it was just a little too sweet for me. Anyway, all these Jumbo Snacks should be hitting shelves soon in May if you haven't already spotted them. But if I was a betting man, I would say these Jumbo Snacks, they won't last. It's not that I don't like eating dry cereal, I just think marketing it as a finger food just doesn't get people excited.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
But hey, at least we'll always have the annoying talking Fingos box mascot. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this short-lived General Mills experiment from the 90s. Do you remember Fingos? Did you like them? Would you have tried them? And what about Jumbo Snacks? Are you excited for those? Let me know down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. Nailed it.